Hi everybody and welcome to Jobs in Showbiz. Today we have a very special guest, Miss Cat. Welcome.
Hello.
How are you today?
I'm good, thank you.
I'm so happy you're finally here and we finally get to do this.
Yeah.
So let's, I guess, get right into your job. You're in the wardrobe and the costume department.
Mm-hmm.
What exactly do you do? Do you dress the actors? Do you make the gowns and the beautiful outfits that we see on the screens?
I dress the background on Rain, so I dress all the performers that you see on camera that don't speak.
Okay.
So.
But they make the scene, so.
Yeah, the atmospheric background, they're important.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And is jewelry part of this
Yeah,
category?
head to toe, we do everything from jewelry to boots and, accessories, entire outfits.
Okay. So who inspires you when you put these gowns together?
Well, I take my cues from our costume designer. She tells me what the look that she's going for certain scenes and for certain episodes is. And then we take it from there. We put together builds, we put together some stuff that we've rented. Usually we have a color scheme.
Okay.
And yeah, so we take our inspiration from her inspiration, basically, from the boss. And she's inspiring to me, so.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And what about sewing? Is that a prerequisite in your department?
Everybody who works in wardrobe should definitely know how to sew. Some people have stronger skills in the sewing area than others. For example, I'm not an extremely strong sewer.
Me either, but
Yeah,
that's
but
for other
sew.
reasons.
Yeah, I can sew, but I'm more I'm better at designing the looks. So we have sewers, we have cutters, we have people that do, hats and make all different kinds of things for the show. So, yeah.
Cool. And you obviously look lovely today.
Thank you.
Do you have a certain color palette that you know works for you and that you reference all the time?
Personally, no. I dress differently all the time. I dress according to how I feel. So some days I dress up, I wear a dress, and some days I wear jeans and combat boots. So it all depends. If I'm having a bad day, I try to dress up a little bit more. I feel like it bolsters my mood.
And today you look very mysterious.
All
Maybe for the
lots of
camera. Let's talk a little bit about schooling and how you got into the business. Did you go to school for fashion?
Yeah, I went to school for fashion design. I went to George Brown. I took 2 years of fashion design there. And I did some courses at Ryerson as well.
So you always knew you wanted to get into fashion?
Yeah, always, for my entire life. I wanted to be a fashion designer when I was a little girl. That was my dream job. I used to draw princesses on the back of my papers when I was in kindergarten. Yeah, so princesses with, crowns and flowing veils and stuff like
Little
that.
accessories.
Yeah, the big puppy dress. I think every little girl sort of is into princesses when they're little. So, yeah. Always wanted to do it, but when I graduated from school, I didn't go into costume design. I didn't even ever think I'd work in the film industry. I was a retailer. I had stores instead. So I sort of lucked into this industry.
Right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool. Let's talk a little bit about more inspiration. Who inspires you?
My #1 inspiration in fashion has always been Alexander McQueen. I'm really inspired right now by Erdem. I know Erdem. Before he moved off to England and became this big star that he is now, I knew him when he was in school at Ryerson. So it's really inspiring to me to see him succeed the way he has. And I also take a lot of inspiration. The majority of my inspiration comes from music, actually.
Anything on your mind right now?
Inspirationally, like for music, you mean?
Yeah, why not? Something you listened to when you were driving in the car?
I listen to a lot of Ryan Adams. I listen to, right now I'm listening to Phosphorescent a lot. And yeah, I listen to a lot of really quiet, pretty music. And and then I like some old school classic rock too. I like a little bit of everything. But yeah, I love music. So that's a big inspiration for me. I like to sit down and draw listening to music.
Well, however your creative juices start flowing, it's just going good. Awesome. And last but not least, if there was another job you could do on set, what would it be and why?
Well, I never really thought about that until you asked me that question a few days ago. And I stick by my answer, set deck, I think, because dressing sets, especially on a show like Rain, where the sets are so beautiful and the furniture is so old and antique, and yeah, so I think it would be set deck.
It's timeless, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, thank you, Kat, and thanks everybody.
Thank you.